Hey everyone, look at this clock. It's just frozen. Not a single tick, not a single move. Could it be that the battery is truly dead or something now? Or maybe it's sulking because I haven't paid enough attention lately. Either way, standing still like this, I guess I'd better check it carefully right away. I honestly don't think the problem is with the clock itself, especially since I only bought it about 6 months ago. I want to take the battery out and check it first, just to be sure. Not rushing to replace it just yet. I'll put the battery back into the clock first, just to see if it starts ticking again. Maybe it was just a loose connection. Not working, that's definitely not a good sign. I take the battery out again, and check it carefully this time. Need to be sure whether it still has some charge, or if it's completely drained. I'm going to use this voltage tester to check if there's anything wrong with the battery. Just takes a few seconds, but at least it'll give me a clear answer. What bad luck. This battery doesn't have a single bit of charge left. And to make it worse, I've only got one spare at home, while the nearest store is 100 kilometers away. Talk about a tricky situation. But wait, I just came up with an idea. I've got a short PVC pipe here. Curious what it's for? Stick around till the end to see. Remember that battery from earlier? This time, I'm marking the PVC pipe based on its length, then cutting it right at the mark. To make the cut cleaner and neater, you should use a pipe cutter designed for plastic pipes. I then mark a small rectangle on the PVC pipe, right where I measured earlier, and carefully cut along the lines. I secure the pipe in the vise, turning it so the marked side faces up. After cutting it with a grinder and cutting disc, I carefully remove the pipe, getting it ready for the next step. In my right hand are two small PVC pieces. I'm going to use them to cap both ends of the pipe I just cut. But before capping the ends, I'll drill a small hole right in the center of each cap. I take two small round hook screws and place each one over the holes I drilled in the caps. Then, using just my hands, I slowly twist them in until the threads bite and the hook sits snug and firm. After tightening the two hook screws, I attach the caps to both ends of the PVC pipe. I press them in firmly so they fit snugly, with no wiggle or looseness. Testing its sturdiness, I have to say, the result is excellent, much more solid than I expected. Now, I'll move on to the marking step. In this step, I mark the plus and minus signs on the two caps. And just like that, the basic charging tool is ready. Of course, it's not functional yet. We still need the power source. Remember this dead battery? Don't forget about it, because now I'm sliding it into the pipe. Then I close the cap snugly and twist the screw tight by hand, making sure the battery stays firmly in place during the revival process. As long as the battery is secured firmly like this and not loose, that's all we need. I've got a practically brand new laptop charger, barely used. I sold a laptop when I upgraded to a better device, And now this is the perfect chance to give that charger a whole new purpose. I'll start by cutting off the laptop charger's plug. Whether you're a beginner or someone experienced with electrical work, it's always best to use proper pliers to cut the wire. It's safer and gives you a clean cut without fraying or damaging the inner strands. I carefully strip off the outer insulation layer next, revealing the 3 individual wires neatly bundled inside. Take it slow and steady to avoid nicking or damaging the inner cores. Use pliers to cut any one of the 3 wires. I strip a short section of insulation off both wire ends to expose the copper core. Then, I twist each copper strand gently by hand to keep them neat and tight. I think everything's ready now. Time to move on to the wiring step. I carefully wrap the 2 wire ends around the 2 hooks, making sure each turn is snug for a secure and steady connection. I've wrapped them up nicely. See? Pretty simple, right? Just a little patience, and it's done. Hold on a second, we're still missing one important piece. Now it's time to put the final touch on this battery charger. Just one last step, and it'll be ready to run. Oh, almost forgot. Plugging it in is the final step. Now let's wait and see the result. You don't need to charge it for too long. Just about 5 to 7 minutes will do. That's because the battery only needs a small amount of power to kickstart the internal flow, like waking it up from a deep sleep. Charging it longer could generate unnecessary heat, which isn't great for its lifespan. Now I'm going to open the cap to take the battery out. I'll hold the pipe up close so you can take a good look and see for yourself if I'm trying to trick you. I'm going to use a voltage tester to check if the results are as good as I expected. The result is truly surprising. The battery has come back to life. And for anyone new to this, the number you see on the screen means the battery is now in good condition. And finally, I'll put the battery back into the clock. This is the very same clock from the beginning of the video. And now, it's time to give you a big surprise. Can you see that? Yes, the clock hands are moving, it's ticking again. And that's it. This clock, once silent and almost just a decoration, is now ticking again. A simple reminder that with a bit of patience and creativity, you can bring something dead back to life. The best part? You didn't spend a cent on a new battery, and you've learned a neat little trick for other gadgets around the house. If you found this video helpful or even a little inspiring, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more DIY tips coming your way. Plenty more fun and practical projects are on the way.